What's going on, you guys? Today we'll be cleaning this air filter. For starters, you can't clean all air filters. It has to be the washable kind. So if you have a paper filter, that's not going to do it. If you don't know how to remove your air filter, I have a video on that. This is extremely dirty. Look at this actually on this table. That's all the dust that's sitting in there. So today we're gonna clean this up by starting with that. That there already does a whole lot more, let your car breathe a lot better. But we're gonna be using our K&N Power Clean and our air filter oil. Not all aftermarket air filters, like fabric air filters like this, uses the oil. So make sure you know if yours is a dry filter or an oil filter or a wet filter. We'll start off by hosing this off, spraying some cleaner on it, hose it off, let it completely dry, put some oil in it, and we'll put it back in the car. So we're over here by the hose and our filter. We're just gonna run the hose through the filter just to clean up any debris that's in it. Now that our filter's hosed off, we're gonna get our spray and we're gonna spray it on both sides. Don't be afraid to put too much solution on this. You are cleaning it. This pump kind of sucks. But you want the soap in there to kind of break down the dirt. So it is okay to get some soap in there. Now that we have the soap on both sides, it's actually, you can see the dirt just leaking out. We're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes to let it kind of just work in that dirt and loosen it all up, whatever's still in there. So we are back. It's been a little bit over 10 minutes. It's still saturated, so it's nice. Now we're just gonna hose it off to get all this chemical off. You don't want this liquid to dry on there. Why? Not quite sure, but it says it on the instructions. But luckily, it's been a few minutes and we left it in the shade, so turn the hose on. You want low pressure. You don't want to be too rough on the filter. So now we're just gonna hose it off until all the chemicals are gone. Ooh, that water's nasty. We're just about done. You can see the water's coming out clear already. That's how I kind of tell that there's no more soap or chemical on it. In the beginning it started off dark, and then after that it started just being kind of milky because of chemicals still washing away. You can still see kind of soap suds show up, or bubbles, because while hosing it with water. Now that we're done hosing it off, let's go give it a good shake. Get any real excess water off this. fan it around a little bit. That's all the major water. Now we'll put this in the shade to dry. We want to make sure it's completely dry before we put the oil on it. So I'll actually put this out and let it dry, maybe overnight, or so early in the day, maybe by this afternoon. It'll be ready to go for some oil. So our air filter's all dry now. Real quick, I didn't explain this earlier. This is where the air goes in and it comes out this way to the motor. So when you do the hose, you want to go from this side so you can push dirt out, because the dirt's going this way. Instead of putting the hose this way and forcing the dirt into the cloth, you want to push it out this way, all right? Reason I'm saying that, I forgot it, and because right now when we oil this, we're only going to oil it on this side, which is where the air goes in, and not oil it on this side. Reason being, if you put too much oil on this in general, that oil can get sucked into the motor, get on like your mass airflow sensor, and you're gonna get some check engine. You're gonna get check engine light. So we're just gonna spray this side once, let it sit a little bit, see if there's any spot that needs oil again. We'll spray it one more time. Again, you do not want to over oil this. So that's one coat. We're gonna let that kind of soak into the cotton. We'll spray it one more time if there's spots that need it, which I don't really think I got in between the fins that well, so we'll for sure get a second coat on it. But again, you want to go light. So it's been about a minute. You can see the oil's kind of absorbed into the cotton. So I'm just gonna add one last light coat because it looks pretty good. And then, let's do that first. And that's it, you guys. That's all we're gonna put on there. I'm gonna wipe the edges for the excess oil and let it sit for about 20 minutes. Let the oil really soak into the cotton. Give it one more look, but that should be good. And then you install it in the car. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching.